Disc golf's pretty much like traditional golf. It uses the same rules, terminology, and etiquette as traditional golf, but instead of hitting a ball with a club into a hole in the ground, we're throwing flying discs at a elevated target.
Yeah, the target stands probably about shoulder high on me. It's probably 2.5 feet round. It's got a chain hanger at the top, like 32 chains, a basket that's similar size to a wash tub, hangs around the middle, and if your disc is hanging up or supported by the chains or in the tray, it's considered a goal or considered your holdout.
We have 18 par-rated holes, just like a golf course, and the object of the game is to play the course in the fewest number of throws.
It depends on where you live. In certain areas, it was introduced earlier than others. You know, obviously this area was introduced way back in the late 80s. And in my area, it was introduced actually in 80 in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The first course was installed in 1980. The course that I learned on was installed in 1990 there in Arlington, Texas. And my friend from college, a good buddy of mine, he introduced me to hockey and disc golf, two of my favorite things.
Disc golf is definitely a sport for people of all ages and all skill levels. One thing our sport has going for it is almost everybody in America at some point in their life has thrown a Frisbee. So everybody has the basic skills necessary to play disc golf.
This sport is for everybody. From this, 8 to 80 or 3 to 80, whatever, it's for everybody.
Most people are familiar with the Frisbee. The Frisbee is a very thick rim disc and it floats, and everybody's played catch with one of those at some point in their lives. But disc golf uses a different type of disc. It's a low profile, high tech plastic, and it cuts through the wind. It's a lot harder to learn how to throw one of these initially than a Frisbee because they don't float. You have to put a lot of spin on them, more like a discus. But once you learn to throw these properly, you can throw them well over 100 yards pretty easily.
I've thrown a lot of Frisbee, and I threw them accurately, but the new discs, the new technology, I took a long time to to learn how to throw, not master.
When you're playing recreational Frisbee, you're using what people call a lid or a master Frisbee. There's a variety of different reference names for them. Those discs are ranging in weight from 165 grams to 175 grams typically. The discs that we throw also range in the same weight, but they're on a smaller diameter, and so they're more compact and they're more dense.
You know, the beginner can go out with just one disc, have a great time. Our top professionals you see here this weekend will carry a bag of discs with anywhere between 10 and 20 discs in the bag. Each disc has a different flight characteristic. So the player is trying to choose the correct disc for the correct shot, whether they want it to go left, right, straight, a long distance shot, a mid-range shot, or even a putt.
The Frisbees that are used here are actually a little bit smaller and heavier, and they go a lot farther.
Disc golf is a sport for people of all ages, all skill levels, and the beauty of it is the low cost. Just a family of 4 can get started in the sport for about $30. For the most part, courses are in public parks, so they're free to play. It's just a low-cost, lifetime activity that families should get involved in.
I went out and I played with a couple of my buddies one time, and it was really cheap, and it was exercise, and we just had a great time just going out and hanging out in the park, throwing Frisbees.
We currently have over 3,500 courses in the ground around the world each year. There are 3,000 alone here in the United States, and the sport is just exploding. Parks and recreation departments are finding that they can install a disc golf course for much less expensively than they can any other recreational amenity. It can suit up to 72 players at a time. So there are literally courses everywhere. People can go to our website, pdga.com. We have a course directory. You can type in your zip code and it'll give you all the disc golf courses in your area. So they're very easy to find. We're here at the Winthrop University Gold Course in Rock Hill, South Carolina. It's world renowned as one of the toughest, hardest courses, and it challenges the best players in our sport. This is the 11th year at the United States Disc Golf Championships on this course, and it brings together the best players in the world competing for our national championship.
Well, for instance, this purse has always been a record setter in the sense, actually, we may have to back down just a little bit this year due to the economy and everything like that, but we're still in the $75,000 to $80,000 range total purse. The budget for this event ranges somewhere from $250,000 to $325,000 a year, just depending on what we've got going on and what we're putting where and what we're doing. And to give you an example, the winner in 1999 won $1,400. The winner this weekend's probably going to be somewhere between $10,000 and $12,000.
We have 180 competitors competing this week from 11 different countries. They're competing for 4 days, 18 holes each day. One of the most challenging things about this course is the amount of out-of-bounds areas. It's pretty much a wide open course compared to many that we play, but the out-of-bounds areas that are roped off, as well as the lake in the middle of the course, really challenges the players.
I'd like to see everybody that's involved in the high-end competitive part of the market to realize just how good they have it right now, and to realize that, hey, we're a young sport, but somebody walking away with $10,000 or $12,000 for throwing a plastic toy for 4 days, it's pretty amazing.